Hey everybody, and welcome back to my Comparing RuneScape series, a series where I compare both old school RuneScape and RuneScape 3 as someone who loves to play both. Typically, we take a look at either cities or items in the game and compare and contrast how they look. We've already looked at most of the cities in Misthalin, and I wanted to take a break and talk about something different. So today, I think it's best if we talk about the three constants in RuneScape: death, taxes, and item sinks. So before we get into that though, make sure to give the video a like, don't forget to subscribe if you aren't, and check out the social media including the Discord linked down below. In old school RuneScape, when you die like I just did, you go to one of your spawn areas. You can either make your way back to your gravestone, or at any graveyard throughout the game, you can enter Death's domain. When you enter in Death's domain, you can talk to him and ask him to just bring your items to you. This way, instead of having to go to the tombstone, you can pay a fee and he will allow you to just claim your items. If you don't have any cash on you or in your bank, you can sacrifice items ahead of time in Death's chest to get a pot of money that you can use to retrieve items. Items that you sacrifice can never be retrieved, and the money cannot be withdrawn or used for any other purpose except to pay for reclaiming items. If you're curious on how to find one of Death's offices or his domain, you can go to the mini-map or the world map and then click on Death's office. And as you can see, it's highlighting them on my map. Those blinking yellow lights are where you can find an entrance into Death's domain. So there are multiple ways to get there and to get to his office and reclaim your items. Now, let's take a look at how Death works in RuneScape 3. As always, I have entered into a legacy interface on RuneScape 3 just for my old school RuneScape viewers, so things are a little bit easier to see what's going on. In RuneScape 3, when you die, instead of teleporting to a spawn, unless it is a safe death week, you are automatically teleported to Death's office. From here, you can instantly reclaim your items for a fee. Unlike in old school RuneScape, there is no coffer, as you always have money on you with a money pouch. So you pay a certain amount of cash, which has been drastically reduced in recent years based off of the value of the gear you are wearing. You pay the fee, none of your degradable gear degrades, and all of your items are instantly back in your inventory and re-equipped. As you can see, Death works very similar in both games. The only key difference in RuneScape 3 is that Death's office is, instead of in graveyards, can only be found at the Draenor Lodestone, which takes you right to a teleport, and you click on Death's Hourglass. This is a big hub for things, but mostly all you need to know is it's for Death's office. And from here, this is where you can reclaim items, and in RuneScape 3, just a little bit of extra information. Death also gives you Reaper tasks, or think of them as boss slayer tasks, where you're given a task to kill a specific boss. Anyways, let's take a look at taxes on old school RuneScape. In old school RuneScape, there are taxes on things sold in the Grand Exchange. When you try and sell something, there is a 1% tax on the item you sell. Here it gives you a brief description. The specific tax on the amount of items is 1%. For very cheap items, it's rounded down to 0 so you don't pay too big of a fee. These items are then used, the cash is used to buy items off the Grand Exchange that are then deleted, effectively acting as an item sink. Those items are then deleted from the game completely. A few other notable item sinks on old school RuneScape is specifically the high-end PvP gear, or PVM gear, or just gear in general. specifically the Torva gear and Missouri gear, where you break down Bandos and Armadillo armor to fix or repair and upgrade these drops. Those effectively act as good item sinks to keep that gear useful. Now let's hop over to RuneScape 3 and take a look at taxes and item sinks over there. So similar to old school RuneScape, the only tax in RuneScape 3 is on items sold on the Grand Exchange. Here, the tax is 2%, unlike the 1% in old school RuneScape, on any item over 50 coins. The other big difference in RuneScape 3 is that there is no theoretical cash stack limit. For example, if we look at a party hat, party hats go for 88 bill. So there is a 2% tax on party hats. Unlike old school RuneScape, that cash is just deleted from the game. There is no need to do an item sync of that such because we have the invention skill. The invention skill is essentially one massive item sync where you break down gear, drops, items, everything into components. You can then get these components and you collect them and use them to create other items or to buff your gear, giving you everything from increased accuracy to a chance at finding better clue scrolls while skilling, or a chance to increase your success rate while skilling or gathering things such as chopping trees. It also has a chance to teleport items straight to your bank using your prayer level, or increasing your defensive stats, or making prayers once again block 100% of damage for a short time. So, we'll head over back to old school RuneScape and finish things off. As you can see, in RuneScape, there is no way to avoid death and taxes, unless you are playing on an Iron Man or a hardcore Iron Man. But that's a topic for a different video. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned something. What do you think about death, taxes, and item sinks in RuneScape and old school RuneScape? Let me know down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.